Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
What now? Lady?
Check right 54, right 54. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Carnell on first down. He's got it to Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First down.
Down. 185. 52 screen.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Let's go, baby. Return up. Get that ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Oh, it's no good. Carlson pushed it to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go, here we go.
A first down throw for Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing, Winston. And this is incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Winston. He completes it to Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Winston. It's caught. Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 53 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and set it for field goals.
Now a carry for Jacobs. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Carr now to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Hunter Renfrow, 37 yards as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jameis now on 1st down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
one thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Mike, check. Watch the run. Watch the run. Easy. Baby, that's a baby shot. 59's Mike. 59's Sonny. 59.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. Jones has it. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch the curl. Wait. Fight 51. Mike 51. Hayward. Easy. Hey, 51. Pick it up. Flip it. Slam. Check 26. Hey, let's get a conversion.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. From the 41, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Don't get nervous. Flip it. Zoom. Easy. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
Winston now. That's caught by Howard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Gay's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And
this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucks with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go, D.
Come on. Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jameis to throw it. He completes it to Evans. Well, he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Ready. Blue ready.
I'm scared. Check 3. Check 3.
Wait. Let's go.
First down, Winston. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up second and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Let's get off the field. Let's get
Hey,
up.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Kill. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Green, triple T.
Alert 3. Ball shot. Jim. He's coming. Double up.
Let's go.
Now Winston. Complete to Jones. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Watch out. Check. He's coming. We got double up. Alert flare.
Winston on third and 2. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. Winston in the offense with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
First and 10
5 on the 50. 5
32-yard
on the 50.
line.
5 on the 50.
Bang. Deuce.
Sonny.
Orbit. Slam. Check 3.
Easy. Hey.
Shift.
Let's go.
Again, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Switch.
Wait.
Safety cream. Check 37. Check.
Here's Winston. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Ready.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
5 on the 50.
Check 4. Whip.
Hey, 5-0.
Joker. check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Here's Carr.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the line...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau there to make the grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And the defensive there, that play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Again, it's Carr. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Even. Follow. Check.
Watch the
Flip it.
check. Fresno. Check 52.
Flip it. Easy. Hey, 51. I'm coming.
51 the mic, boys. 51.
Watch twist.
Winston. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Tahir Whitehead able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Even.
You can't stop me.
30.
Check.
25. Check 25. Watch twist. Green, 17. Easy.
Staying open.
3rd and long for Winston. Finding room at the 30. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They run it with Jacobs, and he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now a first carry for their fullback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, so that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
X3, 218, chop. Out, 29. Slam. Spot. OP.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do. We kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. I smell 50.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. This is Miller, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, even.
On first down, Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Easy. Mike 5'9", coming to you. Easy. 59. 59. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike, check. 59.
Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Shit. Follow. Check 59, Mike. 59. Been a long day. Here we go.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Bell. Right. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.